Hey everybody, if you're liking these tech tip videos I've been doing lately, make sure you click the like button and subscribe to the channel. We're gonna be doing a lot of this stuff with a lot of my really cool friends around the country, and you're not gonna wanna miss these tips.
We're out here fall salmon fishing right now, and I'm gonna show you how to wrap a tuna belly onto a Maglet 4.0. And this is a perfect size plug for fishing the type of water that we're in right now. This is shallow, clear water. The water's been dropping for the last few days, so going a little bit smaller presentation tends to be the ticket. So first thing that you need to do is start by looking at your plug. I need to make sure that all of the pull points are exactly pointed the same direction. What you're looking for is a straight, perfect straight line from the nose of the plug all the way to the back. So I'm looking at this first pull point here where your line's going to attach. Make sure that is perfectly in line with the back of the plug with the ridge. And then you flip it over and take a look at the middle of the plug, that hook hanger there in the middle. Make sure that one's perfectly straight and in line with the lure. And same thing with the back one. If they're twisted at all, especially after landing a fish, that will affect the action of the lure and it may not work as well. So we always start with that before we even think about putting on a piece of bait. Next, what you want to do is cut a small piece of bait. A little bit goes a long ways. What I always tell people is that, do you like ketchup on your burger? Absolutely. Do you want the whole bottle? No, you don't. And if you put too much on, then all that's going to do is change the action of the lure. They work really hard to make sure that these lures run perfectly. And if you add too much weight to it, you're going to adjust and change the action of the lure and you won't get bit as well. So a nice small little piece of bait. I've cut it so it's even on both sides. Again, trying to make sure that the weight is balanced left and right. And then put a little slit halfway down the piece of bait. Because what we're going to do is we're going to flip the lure over, lay the piece of bait right there on the lure, grab this middle hook, pull it up, slide that piece of bait right there into place, right there. All right, so now that we got the bait on there, I want to make sure that it is even in the middle of the lure. If it's too far forward, you're not going to get enough action out of the bill. If it's too far back, you're going to slow the action on the lure. So you want it perfectly centered right in the middle. That way you're getting action front and back on that lure still. Okay, next we're going to grab our stretchy thread. Here we go. Start with the front first because I want to close up that slit that we made. And what's really cool about these maglets too, I don't know if you can see it, but they actually have little tiny notches here on the sides of the body. And that is to actually grab and hold your stretchy thread, close up that bait, again pushing it forward and back so it's centered. Don't want it too far forward, too far back. Front is closed up. Now I'm going to move the hook out of the way. Get the back on there. Not too many wraps. And as you're putting it on, look down the center line and make sure that's balanced left and right. And before you get too many wraps on there, you can push it left or right and forward and back. Get it all even. Again, we want to make sure that the lure stays balanced. A couple more wraps on there so the bait doesn't bounce around. And now to finish it, take one finger, place that on top of the lure, wrap the stretch thread over top that finger. What that's going to do is create a loop. So you take the spool, put it through there. I like to do twice, pull it tight, a couple more wraps, forward, one back. Go through twice again. Pull tight, one more time. Pull tight and the stuff breaks easy. And we're all set. Now the next step that you want to do is hook it up onto your rod, put it in the water, and make sure it's swimming perfectly straight. If it's swimming off to the left or to the right, you can adjust that pull point, maybe move the bait around left or right, forward or back to make sure it's swimming straight. If it's not swimming straight, adjust the size of your bait, keep working on it until that plug is working perfect. Because yes, you might have added bait to it, but if it's not swimming right, you're not going to catch fish.